Minister Raitt was first elected to the House of Commons in 2008 and re-elected in 2011. In July 2013, Ms. Raitt was appointed Minister of Transport. Previously, she was appointed Minister of Natural Resources in October 2008 and Minister of Labour in January 2010. Prior to her election in the House of Commons, Ms. Raitt was a president and CEO of the Toronto Port Authority. She had previously served as TPA's General Counsel and Harbour Master. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me to welcome my most accomplished colleague and friend, Minister Lisa Raitt.
You know, as you listen to your own introduction, you realize the more things change in your life, but they're all the same. I mean, I can't seem to get away from Andy Smith for some reason. But this port stuff haunts me to this day, and I gotta say, I've never been more happy than to be able to attend here today as Minister of Transport. You know, I sent a video, I was just talking to John, we sent a video in February for the groundbreaking of the facility, and I'm really happy that I can be here in person. And I know when the shuffle came, it was a little bit mixed emotion because I really enjoyed my time. You know, it's always odd when a woman says, I always enjoyed my time in labor, because it's not always so much true. But I did. I enjoyed my time very much in the portfolio. I spent a lot of time out here on our West Coast, and I worked with the ILWU and I worked with the BCMEA. Two great things happened out of that. One was stable deals for 8 years, which is an amazing feat by the parties who negotiated them, and this great training facility that shows the world that we mean business, that we are going to do things safely, and we're going to do things efficiently, and we're going to do things professionally, and we're willing to put our money and our training into it. But in all seriousness, you know, as Minister of Transport, even though I'm no longer in the labor portfolio, my drive towards safety will always remain. It's what I learned the most when I was in labor, the importance of safety, the importance of employers and workers coming together and ensuring that their workplaces are safe so that in both cases you can have great productivity and innovation, but fundamentally that people when they go to work in the morning get to go home in the same condition they came in, and that's an incredibly important aspect of both transport and labor too. I know for a fact that being here today that you can see that the critical work of the men and women who staff our marine facilities at every port in Canada shows the importance of the ports to our economy. It's an incredibly important part of our world, the marine transportation system, and it has to be safe in order for it to work appropriately. So here we are today at the grand opening of the new Waterfront Training Center. And the people who are going to be trained here are essential to the success of the port industry. And we know that the industry has changed, and it's really important that it has changed too, because it's not about hiring big guys who are looking for casual work, which has been 60 years, quite frankly, in terms of working in the port. What you're focused on now is developing a diverse, a professional, diversified workforce that does include women, including myself as the Minister of Transport as well too, who see a career in working in the port, not just work. It's a career, and the training that goes with it has to happen as well too, and that training is going to happen here in the center. It's going to teach the skills that are needed and the pride and the culture of workplace safety that's going to be created because of all this training will be evident in our ports here on the West Coast. You know, BCMEA trained over 2,600 people last year. Over 900 of them were new recruits. So it's a major industrial training institution, not only for Canada, but for North America as well. And the people who graduate in this program from this region help this region become the preferred destination for shippers and international trade. But they're going to do a lot more than that. They will be our safe and efficient workforce for the future, and a workforce that will help us on the international stage prove what a stable international trading partner we can be with the rest of the world. Fundamentally, our country will always need to maintain a reliable, efficient, safe, and environmentally responsible transportation system. And we know around the world that globalization increases the demand for our natural resources in the country, and shipping is the way in which we get these resources to the market. So I'm going to look forward to my next couple of years of working with everybody here, helping us stay ahead of markets as they evolve, and make sure that we train people to not only do the jobs that we have today, but be able to adapt. It's a professional institution that's going to be permanently here, that's going to be able to adapt to what's happening in the world around us. And those are things, investments that are incredibly important to help us address challenges as we go forward. So I'm going to appreciate working with you to make our maritime strength even more stronger and help build our country's economic prosperity. So thank you very much for having me, and best wishes to the BCMEA and the ILWU on this wonderful initiative today.